This is the 10th year. It says it's late winter, 9. That's usually when we stop. It'll pop over to early spring, probably any minute here. Okay, we got a builder and a laborer. We know the builder is building on this road right here. Labor, I'm not sure where labor is right now. I think Dimar, I saw him picking up some lumber and taking it someplace to storage, I would imagine. Yeah, it showed up in storage here, so it's probably, I don't know what he did with it. Took it all the way down here. Didn't drop it off there. Mini storage here. No? It's not in there either. Do I have another storage place? There. And there. I don't see the lumber in India. But it says there's 20 lumber in storage someplace. But I don't know where. That is bewildering, isn't it? So where was that 20 lumber dropped off? Am I missing one of my storage units that I don't remember building someplace else? Oh, or is lumber just placed in one of these? Maybe lumber is just placed in one of these stockpiles. That's right. Lumber's not put into it. Just dropped in a stockpile someplace. So he could have dropped it any old place along the road here. I did see him take it this direction. Yeah, I don't know. I don't see it. Would always be visible. Sometimes a stockpile, especially when it's just 1, 2. Like I put these ones in here that are kind of just little guys. It'll only can show you 1 or 2 things. It can't really show you all the variety of things that might be in a particular stockpile. Here's the lumber. It's right in this one. But it's just 2, and it can only really show you these 2 things. The lumber's here. One thing I didn't do though, I'm going to be building out this way. I probably need to at least put in a few of these. Because there's probably going to be some resource gathering out here eventually. Out here. You start doing some of the clearing work out here, you're gonna need a place to put all the wood and all the rocks and stuff that you're clearing. In fact, before we even get to the point of having traders, I probably will start working on some fields back here. Spring on the 10th year. So where do we have our people right now? We've got a laborer and a builder, and we should have somebody working someplace. That's a house. You can usually tell by the smoke. That's a house too. That's the other house. Okay, so the houses. Oh yeah, we have somebody down here doing lumber. So we got 32 lumber so far. Actually 44. We're not using it, so we have 44 lumber at this point. I think that's enough. I'm going to go ahead and stop Larasal from doing any more lumber. We've got 2 laborers, 1 builder. Builder's probably finished. You know, the roads that needed to be done. This was the last one. Looks like it's done. So let's go ahead and, since I got nothing really planned for labor, let's go ahead and have them clear a few places here. And housing, we're good. 2 families, 3 homes. No, you actually have 3 families. Even though the one person is single, doesn't have a mate, doesn't make him less of a family. We have 8 citizens, 5 adults, and 2 students, and 1 child. Health seems to be good, though wouldn't hurt to have somebody drop in at this time of the year into the herbalist shop. Go ahead and have a herbalist sit there for a little while. Make sure if anybody is feeling ill that they all get treated. Anything else we're desperate for? Nope, we're good. We're just a little low on firewood is all. So we're down to just 1 laborer. We don't have a builder right now. We have somebody chopping, and we have an herbalist sitting in at the herbalist shop for a little bit and see if we can't get everybody. Larasal, were you at the herbalist? Seriously? You gotta keep an eye on her. Maybe she was at the herbalist. She went through the class. You know, she's never been up in beyond 4 hearts for some reason. She's the only uneducated worker we have. She missed out on school just by a few minutes. I screwed that up. If you were watching back in the early first couple of days, we got in a little bit of food trouble, a little bit, but it was just because I was really pushing the limits, and I kind of forgot about the school situation. I was supposed to build a school and tried to get it done, but you know, at the time when I noticed that I needed to do the school, that I think Larasal was already 8 or 9 or something. It was a little too late to get the school built by the time she was 10, and it's a cheap school too. It's a very quick one. It's the Sacred Word School. I was trying to think what the name was. Sacred School. Anyway. Now she's not getting any happier. So she just ran through there for no reason, apparently. Nomads, I am shocked and delighted. I didn't have to do a trading post. That's kind of interesting. I had always thought that you had to have a trading post to get nomads. And look, these people, should I deny them? Hell no. I said, this is great. I have enough food. You check your tools, you check your food, and everything looks great. allow, absolutely. And they're both adults, so they join labor. Thank you. And I will definitely build a house for them right now. In fact, they may build a house for themselves right now. Maybe they're going to be on the same side of the street as Damar and Tanny. Okay, let's do I can actually do a salt box. That would be kind of nice. I've got the lumber for it. Now let's go ahead and get, really treat them like royalty here. Make them really love us. Ask them what color they want. And they said they wanted a blue one. Okay, so we're gonna get a blue salt box cape. It's gonna be nestled back in the trees. Not just trees, but birch trees. Okay, we're gonna get right on that one. We got 4 labor. Heck, should be pretty fast getting that thing trimmed down, right? Food supplies not having any problems. We're gonna have to do something about the tools. Now we've just added a couple new people. We're up to 8 adults, 2 children. We've got to get these 2 into a house. And we're going to right now. These 2 will be having children. So we're in the summer. And we got ourselves nomads. And they did not require us to put down a trading post or any of that other stuff. It's all about just waiting for it. I'm not sure if it's a population trigger or something. It doesn't really matter. I'm glad it's not because of the trading post, honestly. Because sometimes I don't like to be pushed to get the trading post too soon, because that requires a worker, somebody to be there and to at least stock it up with the goods that you're going to use for trade. To make it worthwhile. And in this case, I'd probably put a lot of these herbs over there, just because 800 herbs at 4, they're worth 4 a piece or whatever the 4 is. So they trade for pretty high value. Now they're not worth much as far as the animal trading station. And in here you can actually trade for stuff. But in here the seeds are 3,500 per seed, or 2,500 for the cheapest one, and up to 4,000, I think, for the more expensive seeds. So we'll do this one first. We'll be trading whatever we can, and we won't be able to get our seeds and livestock until a little later. It's not going to take all that long. We're moving along quite well now, as you can see. How we doing here? We need a builder or 2. Let's do 2 builders and get this thing built fast. Nicest house in the community. See how we treat our immigrants? I wouldn't normally pack in houses so close together. We've got 3 houses over here that are pretty close together. We got these 2 and there's another one over here. But everything is so tightly packed in this one little area that all of the labor needs are right here. Might be a concern that you're putting houses down where forest is or where hunting grounds are. And that's probably true. You're probably diminishing the worth of the, the forest land, since you're putting in housing and all this stuff within the ring for the forestry. But, this isn't going to matter that much in the long term, because the forestry is going to just start here. There's going to be a dense forest over here, and I'm sure that there will be other forestations around the map. We'll be doing hardwoods eventually, and we'll find places like this that might be good for forest, but this is going to be farm land over here. We'll find other places, like maybe back here. What is that, weather coming? Yeah, of course. It takes a while to grow this community. After a while, it gets kind of frantic. I don't think I'll ever turn it down to 1 speed, but at this speed, it seems a little slow. But when you start getting a lot of things happening, you're going to have a lot of these things going on. Maybe a whole list of things that are being built. And you've got yourself 40 or 50 laborers and 20 builders, and they're throwing all of this stuff together. And I don't think that I'm going to really have to ever stop the game, pause it. I can just continue on at this pace for quite a long time. How are we doing here? It's 84. It's still overly full. And 4% in this one. But they're filling it up. They're putting stuff over there now. This one's at 24%. Fish. Primarily. There'll be a lot more things than that later on. We'll be doing a lot of reed farming, and there'll probably need to be more storage than just that. When Arl was born, okay, these are our 2 new people, right? Kristen and Jennifer? Kristen and Jennifer. Okay, the guy is kind of young for her, but I said we're not going to be judgmental. Of course. Check and see if I did this right. I didn't. Hold on a second, guys. Let's see if we can't fix that before you mess this up. Get rid of that one. And I want to finish this. Yeah, that's right. For housewarming, we could give them some nice ferns along here. That way it's slightly disorienting. It doesn't look quite the same as the one next to it. Alright. Good enough for that. Alright. Starting to look pretty nice, right? It's a community you'd want to live in, I think. Don't need to look at this. We are going to do this trading post, and we're a little low on wood at the moment. We do have a forester. No, we do not. Don't need a builder. We do need a forester. We got herbalist. Who does Lenaro belong to? These people? No. These people. Okay, good. Look at our food supply. Fish is fine. Venison, good. Duck meat we don't have. That's part of the venison duck meat. You're either going to get duck or you're going to get venison. For the venison. Alright. And it looks like we're okay on foods that you're just foraging for. Of course, always use more. So let's grab through here. And we do need to have the forester in there permanently now. We do have nomads coming in, so annually we will get nomads. We'll build them homes. We will get this place cranking. We need to get some mining going, and we need stone. So we're going to need a stone quarry. I'm thinking it's going to be over here someplace, maybe back here. So we may want to consider, what is this, late autumn. I'm going to go ahead and work on this a little bit. Let's try to do a layout for a small quarry. Don't need a big one. This is kind of interesting, but there's no circle around it saying don't put this too close to people's homes. So this one is actually one that you could put in fairly close. If you decided you were going to do housing, maybe in this area here. This requires 50 lumber, so this can't actually be built until later. That's okay. And then we were thinking about putting in an iron mine here. Right there. Wow. That's nice. Isn't that nice? You can get right up in there like that. Let's do that right there. Can't do this either. It needs 18 lumber. And we're going to need marble quarry. This one, it does have a circle around it. So we want to make sure it's out here a ways. Maybe out here. It's going to be kind of odd. It's okay though. Now this one we could actually build fairly soon, and that wouldn't be a bad idea. Because if you get enough, if you get marble, you can actually make statues, and statues are actually pretty valuable. And it is early winter. So these are some things we're going to do. Magazine for the farming. The trading post when we get the wood up. The point we can afford this, we can't, but chopper's done. 200, I see. Don't need the chopper then. Not at this point. Got the herbalist still working in there, forester still working in there. Those are fine. We can start working on this though. I want to get this just for commerce sake. We can get this marble quarry, and if you're really short on people, you can take and create the sculptor. Create some marble, get enough of it, then create the sculptor to sculpt it down, and then you take that stuff and put it into your trading post. And I think it's worth $285 or something per statue. one thing that I should always do, and I sometimes forget. If you're going to do this kind of stuff, put in the roads like so. I think I have to come out a ways for this small quarry, right? Sure, and the thing that I'm really missing here is these. They don't have any place to put anything. You know, they're clearing this. They're clearing this area for me, but they don't have a place to put the things that they pick up. I don't think they've wasted much time moving stuff yet, so it's not a bad thing. Let's see, I've got this road going to here. This is going to be coming out this way, no doubt. That's it. Now, I'm going to put in a few more of these, just because I can. Like that. Now you can... people are going to be able to get there and, clear this spot a lot faster. I think it's actually clear. Now they're just a matter of bringing logs and stone in. Now we got 4 laborers. Yeah. They can manage this pretty quickly. Got more children being born. It's a Ray Lion. Or Ray Lion. It's late winter. I'm going to have to call this game. Got 8 adults, 1 student, and 3 children. 4 labor who are working on this marble quarry. And say good day.